So we saw the different ways that we can navigate our contact list and add new contacts. What I want to do now is focus on a specific feature that I touched upon briefly in the previous video, and that is contact groups. We talked a little bit about it, but I think it does deserve its own little video just to describe what it is, what we can use it for, and some of the unique features that we have access to when we create our contacts group. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So as you can see here, I'm back on my contact list. Again, to navigate to our contact group, there's two ways we can do so. Kind of gave you a sneak peek right there, so I cheated a little bit. But the one way we can do it is just navigate back up to our ribbon. And if we click on the More Options features to the right of New Contacts, we have the options to create a contact group that way. I'm going to X that out for now. The way that I usually like to go about it is just to navigate to our classic ribbon view. And again, just as a refresher, if we ever want to change to the classic view, what we need to do is head up to our ribbon, move on over to the right-hand side of the screen, and click this downward facing arrow, and now that'll open up the classic ribbon, and the classic ribbon gives us a couple more details, a couple more features that we don't have access to previously. And here we have the option to either create a group or a new contact group. So when I create a new contact group, what that'll do is it'll just give me a list of individuals who belong to a certain group. So in this case, I'm going to create the new HR team for 2022. All right, so I have the team name. That's good to go. Now what I have to do is just go ahead and add some members. So for this example, I can choose to either click on Add Members. I can choose to add it from my Outlook contacts, from the address book, or if it's a new email contact that I need to add in, I can do so as well. So let's practice this. For now, I'm just going to add right from our Outlook contacts, and in this case, I'm going to add in Carlos here. And if I double click, I'm going to get Carlos's name, click OK. Welcome to the contact group. All right. And then I can add some additional members here. We're going to go back to the Outlook team. We're going to add in, let's see if we can get our instructor friend in here. So again, I've typed it in. His name wasn't out there at the first piece, or they weren't there in the first piece, but I'm going to find them. Got them here. Double click, instructor. Welcome to the HR team. Glad to have you on. And then last but not least, let's add someone from a new email contact. So I'm going to click on Add Members again, new email contact. And then here I have the option. I can choose their display name, so I can customize what their name will look like. I can put in their email address. And then you can see you have options for the internet format. So we can send this as plain text, use the rich text, or we can let Outlook decide the best sending format. Again, this is really helpful if you're adding someone that perhaps uses a non-Outlook suite, so maybe Google or Yahoo. They have different ways of formatting their text. So Outlook can notify that, can spot that, and then can customize it based on what's best for that particular person. Once you add in their name, you can actually add them right to your contact list. So even though they're new now, eventually they'll be part of your list and you can just include them in any meetings. That's just what that looks like. For now, we're going to cancel that out. We can categorize the group. We can communicate with them directly via email and meetings. As always, I might want to categorize this as part of the HR team, so now they'll have that category. We can always put any flags in terms of reminders, and we can always make this group private so that only members of this group can have access and no one else can see the details of it. I can include any notes that I want to include as part of this contact group. And then at any time, I can remove the members. So again, let's say, Carlos, we actually didn't need you for this team here. Goodbye. Sorry to say you got cut from the team. Remove member, and bam, he's gone. And if I ever feel bad and I need my sixth man, I can always just Outlook contacts and grab Carlos, and now he's back on the team. Congratulations, you made it back. We need you. Right? And then when all that's good to go, so I added my members, I created my categories, I made sure that the contact group has its right name. I can save and close. And now, as always, we'll be able to see that team right here on our contact list. So as you can see, it created the new grouping here. HR team, it has its own category for HR. If I double click on it, I can see the members. And here I can email them. X out of this for a second, discard this. I can create a new meeting right from the contact list there. So again, no need to have to jump back to the calendar, jump back to the inbox. Right from your contact group, right from the home page there, you can do anything you need to do and you're good to go. So that's a little intro into how to use the contact group, why we might want to create contact groups. Just a good way to bundle up different people in your address list, bundle them up, maybe people that you're going to be working with frequently or part of a team that's working on a specific project. Well, create a contact group, And right from there, you'll be able to email them, send messages as needed.